Hey guys, today I'm a little nervous, but I will be talking to you about my autism and the things I struggle with. My dad is at the camera right now. I keep saying okay, is that this again? Right.
So you might hear my voice.
Yeah. So my dad is at the camera right now, so you might hear his voice, and he might interview me. Oh,
You're doing well, it's fine,
it's
carry on.
hard.
It's good.
It's so hard.
It's good, it's fine. This is exactly why this is such a good topic to talk about your autism today.
Yeah.
So that when things go off script, you can just go with the flow.
It would actually be, I want to see what people say if, we could do bloopers, which are basically things that are off, so like if I get a script wrong and then all the things that I got wrong in my script and all the things that just script, I can just put them together.
I think what we're doing now is can all go on the video. This is really good.
What we're doing now?
Yeah, it's perfectly good. This is all good. So why don't you introduce
Really?
the first? Why don't you just introduce the first
I
topic?
don't think it's that good.
So why don't we go straight into it?
What, straight into the middle bit?
Yeah, go straight into it now. You've done your introduction. It was really good.
Yeah. So yeah, as I said, my dad is at the camera and he will he's videoing me right now, and he's going to be asking me some questions later in the video. So just be prepared, you might hear my dad's voice. So the things that I really struggle with my autism is, as you can already tell, acting natural on video. It is very, very hard, especially for me. I'm extremely, extremely hard trying to act natural. As you can see, I'm already extremely nervous, so. Another thing is that I find it hard to communicate and interact with other people.
Is that in what sort of circumstances do you find it very hard?
Like being in a public place.
Mm-hmm.
And shopping.
Mm-hmm.
So if I wanted to buy a certain thing and go up to the till, I would find it really hard to just ask the person that I want to buy this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to make friends, that
Mm-hmm.
can be extremely difficult sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Mostly in public places, I find it extremely hard to communicate. Like at college, that's hard to communicate as well. So yeah, I also find things like bright lights and loud noises overwhelming and stressful, which can cause sensory overloads. Usually they happen quite often, but as everybody's been in lockdown, I haven't got them for a while because we've all been at home. We've all. Yes.
Where do you see? Where do you experience those sort of bright lights and those loud noises?
I experience those bright lights and loud noises usually in public places, like really crowded places.
Mm-hmm.
So crowded places with loud noise, tons of lights, and they all just hit me on full charge.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel extremely dizzy. My head's hurting a lot.
Mm-hmm.
and I just have to get out of the place into fresh air,
Mm-hmm.
so that way I can feel the breeze on my face.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have to get into open air,
Mm-hmm.
so that it's open, so there's no loud noises whatsoever, and I just have to calm myself down.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is that I struggle with unfamiliar situations and social events. So, as I said, loud noises and like unfamiliar events. So like at Blue Water, for example,
Mm-hmm.
Blue Water's loud, noisy, unfamiliar. I don't go there as often
Mm-hmm.
anymore. I used to go there a lot, but not as often now.
Mm-hmm.
And social events, as in talking to other people.
Mm-hmm.
I struggle to communicate with people. I don't know who they are. Yes, Father?
Do you find that when you say social events, do you experience that at, say, family events as well? Sometimes.
Sometimes I struggle with family events, such as talking to my family sometimes can be a bit stressful. Talking to them in this specific subject can be quite stressful and annoying.
Annoying for who?
Annoying for me,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes for my parents. But so yeah, I usually get very stressed about trying to talk to my parents about this specific subject.
Mm-hmm.
That it just makes me all overwhelmed and can cause dizziness sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Doing really well.
Yeah.
I'm just blue tacking the next sheet onto our little script,
Yeah.
I think.
And as you can see right now, I'm extremely nervous, and by being extremely nervous, I am slightly getting quite dizzy.
Okay, can I just ask you a
So-
question about that?
Yeah.
What are you feeling nervous about?
I'm feeling nervous about talking to you guys about my autism.
Why's that?
I don't really talk to many people about my autism, and I just thought it might be time to get it out and talk to more people.
Do you think that you don't want to talk to people about it because people aren't interested, or do you think people would make a judgment about you?
I think both of those things. Some people may have a judgment about my autism. Some people have said that it's very hard, and some other autistic people said it's hard being autistic. Some others could say it can be stressful, because autistic people's brains don't work the same as normal human beings. They have a weird brain. I don't really know how to explain it because,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really good at explaining stuff.
You are very good.
Another example of
Yeah.
autism, so
Yeah.
it's very hard to explain stuff.
Okay.
But my brain doesn't work. For example, my brain doesn't work like other people do. There's a whole lot. Sometimes I feel like a whole lot is like bungled in my brain, and that I have to get it out. So because I've got a lot of stuff happening in my life, and I just have to get it out. So yes.
How do you get it out? What's the best way that you find you can get it out?
So the best way that I find that I can get it out is to write on my calendar. So on my phone I have a calendar, and each entry is a bit that of my life that I have to get out and put it on my calendar so I remember it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I don't, I will forget it and then it'll just pass my brain.
Mm-hmm.
So the best way of me getting stuff out is by putting it on my calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's a whole lot easier just to get it out my brain. I won't feel dizzy. I won't be worried and annoyed and stressful.
Mm-hmm.
It just gets everything from my brain out onto either paper or my phone or calendar. Just gets every bit of information out of my brain on that, so I won't have to focus.
Good idea.
Yeah.
What happens when I give you, let's say, for example, 2 or 3 household chores to do at the same time? How does that make you feel?
It makes you feel worried, stressful, a bit annoyed with you. So what I do with it is make an entry, put it on my calendar for this specific time, specific date, so that way when it comes to that specific time and date, I will know exactly what to do and I will do those chores.
Okay. And then how does that make you feel once you've completed that calendar entry?
It makes you feel worn out and relaxed.
Okay.
And then I won't have to worry about it anymore because it's all done and over with.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, I also struggle with changes in everything. Like moving house, I struggle with changes in that. We've moved quite a lot, but we haven't really moved for like 5 years now. So,
Mm-hmm.
but moving house can do extremely stressful because I have to remember to pack everything, I remember to get boxes, and I have to remember to do a whole bunch of things. It bungles up my brain, and then I've got to like worry and panic about it, and then I have to panic what the house is like, how big my room is, if I can fit everything in this room into my new room. So I just panic a lot, basically.
Okay.
I sometimes take longer to process information. Sometimes I think the same thing over and over again in my head, just processing the information, finding out what it means. Like, for instance, my dad says a bunch of big words and I don't exactly know what they mean, so I have to process it in my mind and trying to figure out what they actually mean and that sort of stuff. So that can be stressful, not knowing what my dad's saying. Because
your dad sounds like a right pain.
That's you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that too.
Well, this is going really well. This is going really well, I think. You're being very honest about how you're
I'm
dealing with it.
I'm trying to be more confident online, and to you guys,
Yes.
I'm trying to be way more confident. For like the first ever thing I said on YouTube on this video is that I struggle being on camera. I'm feeling really lightheaded, but.
Would you like to take a glass of water, Rachel?
Yeah, 1 minute, guys.
That's fine. I'm just going to show the viewers your lovely cuddly toy situation. That wasn't meant to be funny, but there you go. It is quite warm in here, so...
The window is open full.
Yeah, okay.
It gets quite hot in my room.
It does. So, it's good. I think you should leave all of this bit in.
Really?
I do.
I thought about editing it, but...
No, because I think, in a sense...
Even things we're saying now.
In a sense, yeah, in
this
these
is part
things,
of my autism.
because
I usually try to edit out my autism because I don't really think
there
it's
you
that
go.
good.
There you go. I think on this occasion,
That's why I like getting these videos perfect.
the viewer can then see how your brain would have worked. You just said it. You're going to edit these bits out, But I actually think, because we're talking about your autism, I think it would be good for the viewer to see how you are working around your autism and using your autism, and so I think we should leave this bit in, but that's up to you because you are the editor.
Yeah.
I'm only the cameraman. So
True.
cool.
I'm gonna think about it. And if I do choose to leave it in, then you guys will know exactly how my brain works.
Yep.
So, if you like this video, can you please hit the like button and subscribe? Thank you.